once you count a blessing, you end it. Blessings, the light of the Creator only rests, it says, on things that are not counted. What does it mean when you count your blessings? People think it's a positive thing, right? You want to count your blessings. You want to know how much goodness you've received from the light of the Creator. But the Zohar says the opposite. The Zohar says that the light of the Creator and blessings do not rest on anything that's counted. So if you think about yourself, think about ourselves, we want blessings. How can you make sure, and what does it really mean, not to count your blessings? So to begin this understanding, the Kabbalists use a simple parable. If the king gives a gift to an individual, when the king is giving the gift, you'd say you're standing in front of the king or standing in front of your friend, and he's giving you a gift. And he's giving you, let's say, money. לא מהראוי למקבל למנות בפניו מה שנתן בו. It's not right if you're standing there, let's say, with your hand open and the king is giving you gold coins, let's say, right? So he keeps giving you, he keeps taking out of his bag. Would it be right for you to start counting them, see how much he's giving you? It's not right. It's not polite, at least. רק יביט בפני המלך. When the king is giving you a gift, you don't look at the coins and count them. You look at the face of the king. ואז לא יפסוק המלך מליתן לו. It's an amazing thing. If your hand is outstretched and the king is giving you coins, if you keep looking at the face of the king will continue giving coins, will not stop. The second you stop to start counting them, the king stops giving them. אבל אם ייתן עיניו בהנתון, if you start looking, okay, what did I get? I got 10, 15, you start counting them, אז פוסק המלך תכף מליתן לו, ומעלים עיניו ממנו. Not only does the king then stop giving you, but he also removes his gaze from you. Because it's embarrassing, right? Imagine we've all, received gifts and somebody gives you, let's say, an envelope. And in front of him you start opening and start counting it. Right? First of all, the guy will, it's so embarrassing he wants to leave you. But on a deeper level, the Kabbalists teach, you also stop receiving. There is a way, it's an amazing thing, to actually have a constant flow of blessings. What is the secret of blessings? Each one of us can come to a place where literally the blessings are constantly flowing to us. Constantly flowing to us. The secret of the blessings is to draw them from above to below. The word baruch, which means blessed or blessing, this is the secret of the source, the most supernal source. Baruch tadir, and the source of blessings is being blessed or blessed always. Paskin memoy. Its waters, its blessings never cease. Real blessings, lo paskin memoy, and it's baruch tadir. It is a constant flow of blessings. The Kabbalists explain, for example, if you have a seed and you want it to become something bigger, a tree, a fruit, a vegetables, you put it in the ground, and in that moment, what's your request, what's your thought? Not that the light of the Creator blesses the seed, because a blessing that comes right now is not going to do anything. But that somehow that blessing that begins in the seed continues to multiply further and further and further. That's a real blessing. A real blessing is a blessing that continues to multiply forever. Every blessing that we receive is a blessing that is meant to multiply forever. There are three important elements, three important understandings that can make sure, that at least can give us the tools to make sure that the blessings that we have multiply forever. Because that's a real blessing. The first thing has to be clear to us, a blessing is something that multiplies forever. If it stopped multiplying, if it stops bringing you further and further blessings, it's because you've done something to end the flow of that blessings. Because the Zohar says, Baruch Tadir, if it's a blessing, it's blessing forever. Its waters, its flow of light and blessing never stop if it's a real blessing. כל זמן שהאדם מביט אל השם יתברך ומאמין שיד השם עשתה זאת, as long as the individual keeps looking, as in the parable, towards the Creator, and knows that everything that is happening is only from the hand of the light of the Creator, אז הברכה שורה במעשה ידיו, then the blessing resides on the work of his hands. And the Creator's light will never cease to increase that blessing. But if a person thinks even for 1 second that he has, because of how smart he is, because of how powerful he is, for whatever reason the ego gets in to say this is me, as posek Hashem yitbarach milashgiach bo, the Creator stops gazing at that person, so further blessings have to stop. Ukshmasir haborei hashkachato mimenu, asholet bo negev ve'ein bo bacha. Once the Creator removes his gaze, his light from that blessing, then no further blessing can reside there. So the first thing, which is something we've spoken about many times, but the only way that a blessing can become what it's truly meant to be, which is a constant flow, a constant multiplying flow, is only when the individual has no ego, not even 1%, not even 1% of ego involved in this. Whether it's physical, whether it's spiritual, anything, you can look at your kids, you can look at your health, you can look at your business, you can look at anything. And know that as long as the blessing of the light of the Creator is there, which means, again, on its most basic level, that you do not think, because that's what counting indicates. When you start counting, okay, now this is mine, this one gold coin is mine, the second gold coin is mine. When I start counting it, I make it mine. When I start making it, when a person starts making those blessings his, he makes it so that the king can no longer, the light of the Creator can no longer look at him, and the flow of that blessing stops. Number one. So number one, how do we make it so that the flow continues, that the gifts continue being given? Never make it yours. Never make it yours. Because every consciousness of mine, either because of my power, or even if a person knows this was a blessing that came to me from the Creator, but now it's mine, that stops the flow of the light of the Creator into the blessing. The second, how do you make sure that the light of the Creator continues to flow? Is a growing, overwhelming appreciation for what you have. A growing and ever greater appreciation for what you have. When an individual limits, consciously or unconsciously, because unfortunately appreciation is not something that comes naturally to us, but when a person does not push themselves to find new ways to make greater their overwhelming appreciation for the gifts that they have, they cut off the flow of the light of the Creator into that blessing, and it can no longer become greater. The appreciation that a person pushes himself to grow with in the blessings that he or she has is what makes it that the light of the Creator keeps flowing into that blessing and keeps multiplying that blessing. When the individual, which is human nature, stops appreciating, does not continue to push themselves to appreciate to a greater and greater degree the light of the Creator that is infused into the blessings that he has with him, that consciousness stops the flow of the light of the Creator into that blessing, and it can no longer grow. It might take 5 years for it to die off, chas v'shalom, 10 years, 50 years, but he or she with that consciousness has made it so that the light of the Creator has to be cut off from that blessing, chas v'shalom. So the second way to make sure that we allow the flow of the light of the Creator to continue being infused into our blessings is by constantly pushing ourselves to grow our overwhelming appreciation for the gifts that we have. And if a person is able to do that, then he allows the light of the Creator to keep giving, never making it his. Because the reason why we lose appreciation is because it becomes ours. Right? Usually, unfortunately, when people are dating, right, they're trying to get the man to like them or the woman to like them. There's appreciation. Why? Because it's not yours yet. But once it's yours, there's no appreciation. Once it's yours, there's no flow of the light of the Creator. And once there's no flow of the light of the Creator, it cannot grow in its blessing. And unfortunately, that's what we do. That's what we do in every one of our blessings when we stop pushing ourselves to grow our appreciation for that blessings. Everything and every person that is elevated by the Creator, receives the ability to make shine and give light and sustenance to everything in this world. And ask yourself this question, because this is an amazing thing. Do you believe that in any way, forget about in this moment, do you believe that you in any way can come to a place even once in your life where everything in this world is sustained by your light? The light of the Creator that is flowing through you? Probably not. Right? Most of us on a good day think, okay, we can help 100 people, we can shine light to 1,000 people, but the fact that we can be the single source of light for everybody and everything in this world, that's beyond what most of us believe about ourselves. But it's not so. It says in the Midrash, in speaking about, as we spoke about in the past few weeks, the building of the Aron, the building of the ark within which the tablets were, which resided in the Holy of Holies, the innermost and the holiest place in the world. It says, Af betoch ha'aron she'asa betzalel tzimtzem shchinato. The Creator was able, and this is really an amazing miracle, to invest the totality of the light of the Creator into the ark. It is possible for the totality of the light of the Creator to be invested in the ark, as it is possible for the totality of the light of the Creator to be invested in every single one of us. Imagine that. Every single one of us, even where we are now, can become the single conduit for the light of the Creator in this world. The kol ha'over al hapkudim, and that's the secret of the Shabbat. When it says, the Creator tells Moses, all those that come before you, Hainu kol mi she'Hashem yitbarach osek imo, whoever puts himself or herself forward to be that conduit of the light of the Creator, menaseh ota umemale ota yesh la'or le'ha'ir lekol hapkudim. The Creator can give the individual the totality of the light that is necessary for everybody and everything in this world. Hainu lekol hakelim. The fact that we can receive at least the understanding that we can be the conduit for the totality of the light of the Creator for everything and everybody that exists in this world. Think about that for a second. When the individual comes, even for just a second, the Creator calls us in front of Him, and at that point, at that moment, kulam yonkim az me'or shelo. Everybody and everything in this world receive their light and their sustenance through that individual. The Zohar in Pinchas says, in talking about the sacrifices that are brought in the tabernacle or in the temple, v'hi tema, because the Zohar goes on to explain that from a sacrifice of a turtle dove, of a pigeon, light goes to all the supernal worlds and all the physical world. Item, the Zohar says, if you ask, Hechit pashtet ze'er mi'hayona o mishafnina da, can it be possible that from a sacrifice of a pigeon, lekama sitrin chelin deleitlon shiura, light flows to all the supernal worlds and all the physical world? Chad shraga dakik dalik, a small candle that is lit, itmalya minei kol alma. The entire world shines from it. Chad shraga dakik dalik, a small candle lit, itmalya minei kol alma. The entire world shines from it. Most of us can't believe this. Most of us can't believe that we have the potential to be the single conduit of the totality of the light of the Creator in this world. But we can, and you know what? If this is the truth, and we're here, at least pushing ourselves in that direction, will bring so much more light into this world. Because as the Rav always says, consciousness is everything. And if until this moment in your life you didn't believe that you can be that single light that brings the totality of the light of the Creator to this world, you'll never do it. Not only will you never do that, you'll never do anything even close to that. Light, the smallest candle, the Creator, as the Zohar says, you shine the entire world. The Creator comes to us in the Shabbat, says, you, I, every single one of us, I can invest you with the totality of the light that everybody in this world needs, that this entire world needs. There's a verse in Psalms, again, if we can remember, King David says to the Creator, Pnei elai v'chaneni, turn to me and give me your light, your blessings. Tna uzcha la'avadecha, give your strength to your servant. The Zohar goes on to talk about this at great length, but King David said to the Creator, give me all of your power. Pnei elai v'chaneni, turn to me and give me. Tna uzcha le'avadecha. Give all of your strength to your servant. And we began with a discussion the fact that it's not because we'll ever become so holy and so elevated and have revealed so much light that we've earned the Creator's strength. No. But if we understand the first lesson, which was really, in a way that maybe we've never done before, really dedicate our lives to the partnership with the Creator. Again, which means that every action that we do, every connection that we make, every prayer, every revelation of light, it's not to pay for a blessing that we have or a prepayment for a blessing we want to receive. No. We're partners with the light of the Creator. And that's why we do all the work that we do. And as we said earlier, and that's why, B'ezrat Hashem, we receive all the blessings of the basics, health and happiness and family and sustenance, because we're partners. But now, how do you make sure that that blessing continues? So we said the first two things. One of them is to make sure that we never think that it's us in any way. And second, a growing appreciation. But the third is this, to know that we can, and only by knowing that we can we receive this gift, that we can have the ability to be the single, not because of, again, of how perfect we are, of how elevated we are, but simply because our partner has invested us with this ability. Just as the Creator by miracle was able to invest within the ark the totality of the light of the Creator, so too within every single one of us the Creator can invest the totality of the light of the Creator. All the light and blessings and sustenance that everybody in this world needs can come into me so that I can give it out. It says, we sing the song, Mele'im ziv umefikin noga, which means that, talking about the stars, talking about ourselves, they're so full of light that they shine outwardly. When a person feels overwhelmed with blessings that he's received, with light that he's received, it's almost like, when you have too much, you have to give it. When you receive too much, you have to give it to somebody else. You're bursting with so much light. You're bursting with so much blessing. You're bursting with so much appreciation of your light and blessings. You have to. When was the last time that we gave or shared because we were so overwhelmed we just had to? Meleim ziv, they're so full of light, they burst out with shining to all. They don't even want to, but they just can't hold themselves back because they're so filled with light. How can you begin the process, or how can you know if you're beginning the process of really being able to become that conduit where the Creator literally invests in totality of His light within you? Are you overwhelmed at times with so much goodness that you've received, so much blessing that you've received? You just have to go out and share it with somebody else. You just have to go out and share it, not because it's a spiritual thing to do, it's the right thing to do. You're just so overwhelmed, I just have to. And if you begin that path to really live this amazing teaching, Chad Shraga Dakik Dalik, the smallest of candles that is lit, Itmalya Minei Kol Alma, the entire world can shine from it. That's us. Every single one of us can be completely invested with the totality, not a part of, a great part of, the totality of the light of the Creator. King David asked the Creator, Peneh Elai v'choneni, turn to me and give me Tna'uzcha le'avadecha. Give me the totality of your strength. We can ask for it. King David said it. He wrote those words that we can repeat them and ask for the same thing. Where if we really look at our lives as a partnership with the light of the Creator, and we understand what we have to do to make sure that that light continues to flow to us, and we meleim ziv umefikim noga, we become so overwhelmed with the blessing that we have that we simply have to give, we simply have to share, then we can ask, and this is what the gift of the Shabbat. This is the gift of the Shabbat. First to believe that we can, and then to ask for it. Because if you don't believe that you can, and you don't have the conscience that it's possible for you, you'll never be able to ask for it, you'll never be able to receive it. But we can, and that's the gift of this Shabbat. To know that we can come to a point where everything in this world, it's crazy, but it's true. Everything in this world, and every person in this world receives his sustenance through me. Tna'uzcha le'avadecha. We ask the Creator on the Shabbat, give me not a part of your light, give me all of your light. As you invested all of your light into the ark, invest all of your light in me. And I promise, meleim ziv umefikim noga, that I will continue to be so overwhelmed with the blessings and goodness that you've given me that I'll be forced, not because I want to, not because it's the right thing, I'm just forced to give it out. I'm forced to share, I'm forced to reveal this light in the world. And when you ask for it and you begin feeling in this way, can you imagine? Can you imagine receiving, as within the ark, as what King David asked, the totality of the light of the Creator given to every single one of us, and we pass it forward.